11 years ago, Alabama teenager Natalee Holloway went missing on a graduation trip in Aruba, and since then her mother Beth has dealt with extortion plots and taunting from the man suspected in her disappearance. NBC's Joe Fryer recently sat down with Beth Holloway as she opened up about her search for answers and for justice.
11 years after Natalee Holloway vanished, her disappearance remains an unsolved mystery, something her mother Beth still thinks about all the time.
You're never over feeling the loss of your loved one.
Has every avenue been exhausted at this point? Do you still try to pursue new information?
Pretty much, we have done it all. Every avenue has been explored.
It was May 2005. Natalee had just graduated from an Alabama high school and was celebrating with classmates in Aruba. On the final day of the trip, the teen went missing. Hundreds flew in from America to search the island, and the investigation soon focused on locals Joran Vandersloot and two of his friends, the men she was last seen with outside a popular tourist bar. Vandersloot, a Dutch citizen, was arrested 3 times, but never charged with Holloway's disappearance. Over the years, a number of apparent confession videos of Vandersloot have surfaced, but Beth Holloway and her attorney have dismissed them as publicity stunts.
Even in the last few months, there have been reports of confessions. When you hear that, what's your reaction?
Oh, nothing, because I already have my answer anyway. I have my answer as to what happened to Natalee, and he's sitting in prison in Peru.
Vandersloot is now serving time in Peru for the murder of business student Stephanie Flores. He killed her in 2010 on the 5-year anniversary of Holloway's disappearance.
Is there any part of you that's ever looked at his sentence in Peru and said, well, I have to consider that part of his sentence for Natalee?
No, because it's not.
At this point, after 11 years, what does justice look like to you?
Justice is being served for Stephanie Flores, thank God, and he is in prison in Peru. But justice has not been served for Natalee. That would be justice to me, to see him serve prison time in the United States. That would be justice for Natalee.
Vandersloot faces charges in America. He's accused of extorting money from the Holloways in exchange for false information on Natalee's remains. But before he's extradited to the United States, he must finish his sentence in Peru, which likely won't end until 2038.
Is it going to be hard for you to wait that long?
No. No, that's not going to be hard. I take great comfort I left him in a prison in Peru, so I feel good about that.
Beth Holloway says law enforcement officials recently asked if she'd be open to a deal for Vandersloot if he provided credible information on a large-scale drug operation unrelated to Natalee's disappearance. She unequivocally said no.
There are no deals. I don't want a deal.
Today, Beth Holloway focuses on the things that make her happy: family, motivational speaking, and spending summers in Montana managing a horse ranch. Moving forward, yet never forgetting. For Today, Joe Fryer, NBC News, Bozeman, Montana.
Well, tomorrow in our series, we're going to revisit the saga of Drew Peterson. He was the man suspected in the murder of 2 of his 4 wives and convicted of hiring a hitman to kill the prosecutor in one of his trials. We'll have the latest on that case coming up tomorrow morning on Today.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.